YouTube, what it do? It's your boy KingZayyy back in the stew, man, and peep, bro. Cause I been supposed to peep this, bro. Mind me, I'm like 3 weeks late, bro. But it's better late than never, bro. We got my boy and my dog, Tommy G. This gonna be the first Tommy G reaction on the channel. I hope y'all like him. He dropped nothing but pure bangers, bro. We got the most wanted drivers in New York. All that being said, I ain't gonna say too much else, bro. So let's go ahead and let peep.
Okay, easy, Tiger. Easy,
Tiger.
Come on. Hey.
No Diddy.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
30, I think.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
I wasn't lying when I said
NYPD in the air is crazy. 20 got 5 stars in IRL.
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. I'm here with the most wanted drivers in New York.
Yeah. Street bud.
No. I ain't gonna lie. Boy, if you see, hold on. I hope they show Squeeze Man. Holla, I just got put on the Squeeze bands, bro. That way this dude cut up in traffic without getting hit or nothing or hitting nobody is crazy.
Here with the most wanted drivers in New York.
Street bud. Swim team, you already know what's going on.
Sure.
I love NYPD. Swim team, the dream team.
So buckle up, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. One day in the safety of my home in Milwaukee, I started to get bombarded by DMs imploring me to explore these 2 drivers named Squeeze Benz and Where's 981. When I looked at their pages, their driving shocked me. I would describe their videos as daring, dangerous, and reckless. I'm fascinated by the human
But they
desire
don't crash. I'm telling you, all this is crazy, but they do not crash.
Daredevils and outlaws of the world. Young men in particular love to do this in a variety of ways. Evel Knievel shot himself out of a cannon. Philip Petit tightrope walked across the Twin Towers. Alex Honnold climbed up cliffs without a rope. And fighter Darren Till cut weight until he went blind. The question that comes to mind when you look at this behavior is what compels someone to push themselves to such lengths and risk injury or death. In today's video, we investigate this daredevil behavior in the form of reckless drivers who are causing outrage and fascination across New York.
Police tried to pull over a car on West 38th Street and 7th Avenue. The driver sped off, slamming into
well, yeah, you not catching.
God,
dog! Running over stuff. Nah, that one can't drive. He run over stop signs and crosswalks.
They also risk the lives of innocent
people. That was GTA, that was CGI, YouTube, that was not real.
Enforcement that chases
was not
These
real.
guys regularly go on police chases and evade police helicopters. Today, we interview them face to face and talk morality, ethics, danger, and their motivation for their behavior. Let's dive in and go boots on the ground. This documentary is purely for educational purposes. We want to stress that the behavior depicted in this video is dangerous, illegal, and should never be imitated. And remember, it only takes one bad crash to ruin your life or someone else's.
Literally.
Please drive responsibly. Thank you.
Two with the F87. Table for 2 by Carbone in my section.
Okay.
We wanted to know how everyday people felt about this kind of driving. We had some extra time to kill at the New York airport, so I went around showing people videos of
Even though it look cool, bro, I can't cap.
Here's what they had to
say. They need to
ban
ban everybody, bro. Alright, bro, he one accident away from killing like a family, innocent family of 5.
Off them, it's a bit dangerous. Was everyone else at risk?
He's probably going 120, 130 right now. See how there's some close calls?
I feel like he thinks he's in a video game. That stuff pisses me off. So I got kids that are on those dudes.
That's what I'm saying,
though. He hits one of my kids.
Yeah, no, because he accidentally hit your
mama.
Well, hey, with that with your life, no cap.
What do you think about that?
It makes me mad. I get it. All kids, they're bred to do that, right? But it's irresponsible.
If I told you that this guy's gotten away from not only multiple police, but also helicopters.
I don't know how they doing that.
What's your reaction on that?
I believe it. I just feel like it's really selfish. I feel like he should get his license taken away for some period of time and probably have to go through safe driving classes, maybe talk to people who are victims
not gonna do nothing,
of people that
I think it
drive
should be
like him.
commensurate with like attempted manslaughter.
Yeah, no cap.
That's in effect, you're putting people at risk intentionally when you go a certain speed over the speed limit.
If you were his mother or father, what would you tell him?
That he's a selfish idiot. One of these days, somebody is gonna get in his way and that person's gonna end up dead, or many people are gonna end up dead. And if he ends up dead, that's his consequence.
Yeah, dog, she got a little sundress on.
Nobody else deserves to have that kind of risk. It's no different
She
than
look
someone
good for
who's
60
really
though.
drunk getting behind the wheel of a car and driving when they have no control. I mean, your car is actually like a weapon of mass destruction. It has to be handled with care.
worse than being drunk and getting behind the wheel because you're actively making the choice to put other people's lives at risk.
The steepest price that gets paid is not the person driving the car. I mean, someone's going to end up dying, and that'll be that.
That can ruin hundreds of people's lives. Like if a kid in a school were to die, everybody in the school would be mourning for that one person.
Oh yeah, he's tripping. Not safe at all.
If he hits somebody, do you think it should be manslaughter or first degree?
I say manslaughter because
I say give him both.
You're just driving crazy. Like,
What would you tell him if you could say something to him?
I'd be like, slow down.
What do you think about driving like this?
Oh, it's terrible. I don't like it.
Like, you better stay away from that.
Yeah.
What should be the penalty if he's caught? Manslaughter or first degree? That's some other debate.
If he hits somebody, you mean if he kills somebody? It's vehicular manslaughter.
This guy has the ability to get away from multiple police vehicles and including helicopters.
Right.
So
I know Tommy actually was
he got away from a helicopter.
Where?
Wow.
In New York or California?
New York.
Wow. What kind of car is he renting?
Lamborghini.
I could see I was out running the comps. I guess we could hope for him hitting a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Turn yourself in, brother. You're a reckless driver and you're going to hurt innocent people.
Turn yourself in is crazy. You know that ain't happening to him. Or older twin.
We're on our way to
Who's
meet
here?
Squeeze Benz. Recently, he's been making the news for his high-speed stunts. While some people see his driving as exhilarating or exciting,
don't know
there's
that
a
a
rising
Beamer?
sentiment that this sort of behavior unnecessarily
I mean,
endangers
Benz,
innocent
Squeeze
drivers
Benz,
and
that makes sense.
pedestrians. He sent us the address of a random parking garage and told us to pull up. This is what we encountered. Folks, we're on the way to talk to one of the most wanted drivers in New York, Squeeze Benz.
Nah,
This
one of the
kid
cops
does
is
stuff
OD.
that makes my butthole pucker up. Pause. This guy is reckless.
Diddy.
This guy is extreme. This guy drives at a very high speed. I do not drive like this. You shouldn't drive like this. And there's a reason why I'm not getting into their cars while they're driving this fast. It's dangerous. It's reckless. It's scary. Disclaimer, don't do this at home. He's kind of like a high-speed fugitive. I'm always interested in the outlaws of the world. People that live on the edge. Humans, especially men, are always pushing the limits of danger. But one distinction I want to make is Evel Knievel only harms himself if he fails. The UFC fighters are both signing up. They're in mutual combat. But these guys, if something goes wrong, they harm innocent civilians. So I'm gonna ask him about that, but then ask him about the
bro. I'm actually low-key interested, bro, because at this point, Twin, you can't tell me he cared about nobody else's life. Can't tell me that.
I do not want a partnership with Celsius. I do not drink your drinks every single trip, multiple times a day. I don't absolutely love your drink. Guys, if you want to hit me up, please do. I would love to talk to you. Otherwise, I'll probably hit up Prime, and you know how that goes. So we're pulling up to meet Squeeze Benz. I'm excited. I hope you are too. You know, high speed must be an issue around here if they have a Mustang NYPD car that's got some zip.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that
RIP mainstream
before,
media. It's been a great run. Kudos to you for lasting as long as you have. But it's it. I mean, you're finished. Sorry. In honor of that, RIP mainstream media. Sweatshirts available. TommyGMcGee.com. Oh my God, dude. What the f is this Batman, dude?
Oh my goodness, yeah, he just real deal, real life GTA character, bruh.
On a scale of 1
by
to
the
10,
years.
how wanted would you say you are?
Probably a 10. Nobody's more wanted than me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Started like about a year ago. I got my first Benz, and I always did like little driving videos, and I never really took it to nothing. And then my boy started saying like, you know, mad people are blowing up off this, and I was just like, you know, that's just how it started.
I'm curious, like you have a Lamborghini,
so this is a clout thing.
Mercedes-Benz. I'm sure
You
go
doing
to
this
a lot
for
of different
clout.
cars. Are you going on tour and just driving people's cars all crazy? You guys getting your own cars? Like, tell me about that.
I had my own car for a bit, but then I changed it up because I did get chased a lot. So I just realized, like, you know, doing long-term rentals is just a way better route. And then obviously I don't tell these guys I'm Squeeze Benz.
Did you ever get blown up by the tour people asking what the hell happened?
They do ask, and then like I kind of just like, you know, just driving the car, you know what I mean?
You mix danger, but there's also other people at risk when you do that. Innocent civilians. So what do you think about the element of danger for that?
I've been doing this since I was 9. I used to take my dad's car out, and I used to get and I've been doing this for so long now that I feel like I'm professional at it. Like, you know, niggas know, like, that's how I drive. There's been incidents where
he just said what? No?
now that I feel like I'm professional at it. Like, you know, niggas know, like,
No, what? No, what? Bro, on everything I seen through your glove, I seen a little white skin. You might be light skin. I don't know how I feel about you saying the N-word, Gangaroo.
that's how I drive. There's been incidents where I've gone out with people and they try keeping up with me and they've crashed.
How fast do you go?
I mean, there's been a video on live where I've gone one-handed 210 miles an hour.
Filming with one hand, driving with the other, 210 miles an hour.
Yes.
That's insane. Did that scare you?
Not really, just to build up a tolerance of just speed.
Do you feel like the police watch your Instagram?
100%, they do.
Let's pop in the car and keep the conversation going.
Happened to yours. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you might. I don't know. I'm looking at this little piece of meat right here, gang. I don't know if you can say the N word, my boy.
Okay. How many people normally out compared to like? Am I in the high end of?
That is the high end.
That's okay. Does your mom worry about you?
Lord, I call her. She don't even want to hear the things that I'm doing. She be getting scared because she know I be doing. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Do you know
she
any
knows
friends that
you.
have gotten really hurt or died doing this?
My boy, he was racing and he macked up and he hit his head and his head like split open. Like,
Ah!
Other than that, nothing's ever happened.
Other than that, bro, what?
Tell me
Wait.
about the camera system in New York. How hard is it to evade capture or awareness of the police?
Super easy. A lot of people like they be doing crimes with their plates on. Like I mean, if I go and run from a cops, I'm gonna make sure I either have altered plates or no plates at all.
New York City is home to one of the most advanced camera surveillance
people don't even
networks on
drive
the
in New
planet.
York
An
for real.
Amnesty International project identified that there are more than 25,000 public and private cameras at traffic intersections across the city.
goodness.
This camera technology can capture faces and other details
Joint
from
worse
up to
than
400
the
feet
China
away. This
recognition
infrastructure
system.
isn't cheap either. This camera technology, combined with cell phone tracking
No, it's
tools,
not. China actually
spyware,
is
and
worse.
facial recognition, racked up nearly $3 billion in expenditures from the NYPD from
3
2007
billion.
to 2019. When street racers run rampant in the city, it's easy for governments to make the argument to increase the surveillance in order to shut down this reckless and deadly behavior. However, this same technology
driving
can
all on
also
the
be
yellow.
used to capture the profiles of millions of civilians on a daily basis, something that is currently happening in China and that many Americans
That's what I'm
are
saying.
afraid
Yeah,
of.
the China
As
look-
technology
yeah.
such as AI facial recognition and high-def cameras increase in quality, this is a challenge we are going to have to wrestle with to ensure the very tech that can help keep us safe also doesn't grow too powerful to infringe upon our freedoms.
Alright, nah.
What are the different penalties?
See a little cut up POV.
Jail time. I'm running red lights. I'm doing more than triple the speed limit, double the speed limit. This is a lot of tickets to it.
You did a video in Times Square recently, right?
Yeah.
I send it back for all my
Yeah, this was crazy. How though? That's my thing. Even though like how though? Dude, like how?
It only takes one.
That was GTA though, by the way, YouTube.
Permanently change or
That was not
destroy
real.
somebody's life.
I do understand that. It's just like we were also like it was a lot of people. 12 o'clock in the morning. You seen in the video like I stopped, looked around, made sure there was nobody, and started doing donuts. And then when I was running the red lights, I'm not gonna lie, I was low key bugging. I low key know how to run red lights. I've been chased by Mac cops to the point where I could blow the red lights doing 60, 70. No, I'm not gonna get my part.
What is your
60, 70
strategy
is
in getting
crazy.
away from police?
Hopping on the highway. These cops, like, they're not really built for that. It's a lot of real rookie cops. Rookie cops.
I mean, yeah, not everybody named
Talk
NASCAR
about how
driver
drivers like
did.
Benz can evade detection for so long. They do so by altering or covering up their license plate so the car cannot be tracked by police or the traffic cameras. Cars with this modification have been nicknamed ghost cars. Last month,
Ooh.
a joint task force was launched between New York Governors Kathy Hochul, New York Mayor Eric Adams, the NYPD, and the MTA to crack down on the issue of ghost cars. In their first day alone, they impounded 73 cars, issued 282
Jeez.
court summons, and made 8 arrests. And I noticed the same thing back home in Milwaukee. The guys running through the red lights, driving the stolen cars, and driving aggressively, most of them do not have license plates. What's the longest police chase you've been in?
30 minutes, 20 minutes.
That's a pretty long chase. How many guys?
But
you
have
chased?
had it. You must have just can't. Cause I know yours, you run out of gas
That was a really hard
easily.
Luckily, it was late night. I was in the Porsche, and that shit does 210 miles an hour. So I just hopped on the highway. You know what I mean? The helicopter can only go so fast.
You go faster
Yeah.
than the helicopter?
Yeah, they only like top out like 150, 140.
You crash
Crazy.
into somebody, they get paralyzed, they die. Do you think you deserve to go to prison?
Yes. Obviously, I wouldn't want to be put into prison for life. If I kill somebody, that's somebody's life. Like, that's somebody's mother, brother, cousin, whatever the case is. If somebody crashed into my mom in her car and they killed her, I'd want them to go to jail. You know what I mean? They
course.
For life, but just enough to get it in their head, like, you know.
So he understand the risk, yet he still do it.
They're not really risk to me. That's the thing. I don't
How?
see them as risk. I see them as like, you know, me just everyday driving.
You say you've been driving since you were 9 years old?
My dad used to give me his car. You know, I used to sit on his lap when I was like 7. He used to give me the steering wheel, that, and then, you know, I hit 9. He used to send me, yo, go to AutoZone real quick. I used to go to AutoZone on Depot.
Yo.
Go 13.
AutoZone at 9 is so crazy, bro. Cause really just been thugging this since a jit. Ooh, what the?
Easy. Come on. Hey,
Yeah, he's really living like that though.
No more. Ooh, that motherfucking made me
Imagine me doing that.
He was clinching.
Yeah, that's really nothing.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
More in my hand. There's been so many times where like the boys just get behind us and they start chasing. But like it's not really chases to us. You know, they back off.
Do you think you're the most wanted driver in New York?
Between me and Where's 981, like Where's 981 low-key died down, I feel like I've taken over that spot. So yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of young men that
Yeah,
want
bro,
this
this is literally just a
content.
clout
What do you think about kids that
competition,
want to go try and replicate this, copy this?
From Squeeze Benz himself, do not come try this.
This is something that you could get paralyzed, you could die. I don't drive like this, you shouldn't. Some people in this game take lots of risks, and Squeeze is one of those guys, but highly advise never to do this. How sophisticated is the camera system in New York?
It's getting more sophisticated now to where like, you know, it take them probably 2-3 days to really find where you was at, you know what I mean?
How do you stash your vehicle so that the police don't trace you to your house?
I pay for a garage, I have other parking garages where I park my car.
So just like a drug dealer has trap houses, you have different...
Yeah, you got garages.
Yeah.
Miguel, are you nervous at all?
I'm f***ing nervous.
The boys are right here.
Yeah, bro, that bitch spin out. Dude! Is they gonna chase his ass? Well, you know we got warrants.
Get out of his vehicle, you were just about to smash him as he opened up his door.
Nah,
He ain't even chasing.
Imagine
Cop ain't even care for real.
without high-quality custom T-shirts
God,
or
no,
a
that-
family reunion
what the
or event.
What the shirt, Spencer? This is a work event.
Donate because I'm comfortable with my body.
Don't be like them. You need rush order tees. We'll take you from this to this. Rush order tees brings people together.
Why do you think this is something that young men gravitate towards?
Adrenaline.
Let's talk about brain development in young men.
That
The male
dopamine
brain
rush
does not
be
fully
crazy,
mature
I'm
until
already
about
knowing.
25, so their prefrontal cortex that assesses risk is not fully developed yet, which helps to explain the risky behavior we see in this segment of the population. There's a name for this,
What,
young
you in that
male
Shelby?
syndrome. This sometimes short-sighted behavior is hypothesized to have
Yeah, bro,
provided
this why
an
men
evolutionary
definitely die
advantage.
earlier,
A
bro.
2001 University of Liverpool study found that females prefer brave males who take risks to the ones that do not. And if we go back thousands of years to being hunter-gatherers on the savannah, this preference makes sense, as a female would want the male that fends off the lion or stands to fight when another rival tribe approaches. Biologically, not much has changed in our brains then, but our technology has progressed much further, and it helps to explain why you see young men doing high-speed chases and drifting through Times Square. What's the craziest getaway story you have?
That'd be the one with the helicopter. I pulled up on the highway showing the truck. He was about to pull someone over. So I got behind him. I started playing with him. And I was recording. I got away, obviously. A week later, I started getting chased by 2-3 black Chargers. I'm looking up. And I see the helicopter above me. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's
it
go
was
time.
like my second ever helicopter chase, so my heart was bumping. I'm not knowing how hard these guys are going to go for me right now. They're going to set a roadblock up, something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, spike the tires.
Like a spike strip.
That's never happened to me. I don't need to give these niggas advice, but like, I don't know why don't use spike strips.
Is it hard for you not to be going fast?
Honestly, yeah. If New York really wanted to step their game up, they should put a place where people can do this and have fun in a safe environment. If you give us a spot, we're going to use it.
How long
Cap.
do you see yourself doing this?
Cap.
Eventually it's going to turn into a brand.
How often do you drive reckless?
Every day.
But to a limit.
Let's talk about reckless driving in the United States. In 2021, there were 6 million car crashes and 39,500 of them were fatal. A survey by the insurance company Nationwide found that 47% of Gen Z reported driving faster than the speed limit, and 34% of them reported video chatting while driving. Actions like this help contribute to car crashes.
FaceTime, it's one thing to text. Another thing to
teenagers.
FaceTime?
Another concerning fact is the amount of pedestrians
I guess
killed
with
by
them
reckless
Teslas, I guess
driving.
that do
In
make sense.
2022, there were 7,500 deaths in this manner. In New York, vehicular manslaughter is a felony that carries a steep sentence of up to 15 years. We took 2 Polaroids, they're fresh off the press, still developing. We're gonna put them in 2 random people that buy merch in the next 48 hours. 2 people will get Squeeze Benz, Tommy G, Polaroid photos, RIP mainstream media. Big Dog's gotta eat. Hope to send this to you. Available on Patreon only are the wild and extended cut versions of the interviews with Squeeze Benz, including one right after he got finished with a helicopter chase, extended cut interview with Swim Team, and more. This is some good shit. Patreon.
The next day, did a time out.
We find ourselves in another parking garage meeting with New York driver Where's 981 and his crew, the Swim Team. Swimming refers to the driving technique where they cut up, weaving in and out of traffic to get where they want to go. They've gained a lot of notoriety online, and I wanted to talk to them.
It is kind of swimming when you think about it.
And the more dangerous you drive.
Oh! Yeah, they leaving.
All right, guys, we're pulling up to meet the Swim Team. You're one of the groups of the drivers. Why do you guys call yourself Swim Team?
This is how it started. Like they call me float.
Alright, now he can say that. Alright, go ahead. You can say the word.
Teacher. I was
He
teaching
valid.
how to float, and then it just turned into like, you know, we started cutting up and stuff. It was almost like we were swimming through traffic, and they'll call me like Michael Phelps. So
How fast do you go sometimes?
I'm hitting 150 every day. It's easy to hit 150, bro. Like it's triple digits no matter what. Your 50, 60 miles an hour is my 100.
Have you had any near misses?
Yeah, of course. People come to me like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? I'm not gonna
don't
try
do
to
it.
teach you how to do it because of the simple fact that someone can get hurt. Thank you that I'm not to hurt anybody. It's like shooting a gun in an open field. Like anybody can get hit with a straight bullet.
If you hit somebody and they get really injured or die, what should be the punishment you think?
I'm going to jail 1,000%.
Yeah, it's worth it. Why?
It's not worth it. That's the thing. I can't justify it, you know?
What's it like being in a high-speed chase?
Just that rush, bro.
Your first time, it feels crazy, bro.
Yeah, he's
like,
getting rushed.
Like, you're scared to go home some way, somehow.
They
make
gonna
it
find
home.
you.
You have a little bit of a tough night of sleep that first night. And then you make it to the second night. You make it to the next night. They never come. After that, you get numb to it, you know?
What are the laws in New York for chasing people? Because I know in Milwaukee, oftentimes they don't chase you at a certain speed because they know it results in civilian deaths a lot of times when the chase happens.
It depends on the cop, honestly. I've seen cops where one of my boys, this dude going off-road in New York, and the cops following him off the road. That's just ready to be like, alright, I'm coming for you. And
they was
What
swerving,
does
ain't
your mom
it?
think about this?
I bring my mom to work and going 150. She didn't get scared. In her eyes, she knows I'm a good driver. Like, she got
That's
mother's
cap,
prayers,
bro.
of course,
You did
she
not
always
bring your
chase
mama
me,
with
make
you.
sure
Let me
everything
see
works out,
let me
everything's
see
fine,
your
but
mom.
Shut you, sir.
Hold on. If your mom let you do this, I already know you got one of them cool moms. If you know, you know.
Swimming, and then we're like, why does that sound kind of nice?
So I'm here with,
We 50, where's not anyone?
and I'm Tommy G, allegedly.
What type of whip is that?
Who out of this group is the high-speed specialist?
He is like nasty on the track. He is just nasty on the road. He can slide, drift, go fast.
What's the fastest you guys have ever gone in a car before?
170?
170?
170 bomb? Oh, Squeeze said he was hitting
That's life or
210.
death speed. What makes it worth it for you to put yourself in that position where you could go to the afterlife if you're not careful?
Rush, man. You're not rush. When I drive my car,
Telling you.
if I die, I die.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. D1 crash out, talk.
I never, like,
Literally, bro.
and went that fast off rip. It's kind of like, I got used to it, slowly, you know, building up like a tolerance to speed. If you're watching this and you're a driver, then you know what I mean when you feel the rear wheels through the seat of the car.
Yeah, nah.
Super in tune and
That's the only thing I don't like about
the car
Dodge,
is
bro.
an extension of your body.
You have senses from the seat, the steering wheel, the audio cues, how loud the engine is, if your tires are squealing. You have so many cues in it, and it's really up to you to take all that sensory input.
That do make sense, bro, because it's some reason Squeeze that don't be crashing. Literally cutting over every inch of his car. No diddy.
It's so crazy, it's just a track right now. It's expensive, and people are shutting the tracks now.
Do you guys know anyone that has crashed or died or gotten injured doing this?
Crash for sure, but nobody that's really crashed. No one ever crashed. If anybody were to seriously get hurt or crash or anything like that, I think it'll end it for everybody. I think we don't stop.
There's a risk of hurting someone that's completely innocent. Someone could be on their way to work. Someone could be going to pick up their kid from soccer practice. Like, how does that factor in your driving and what you think about when you drive?
I don't have to force nothing. If I get left, I get stuck. I get stuck. You know what I mean?
What does that mean when you get left?
If I'm following 91 or I'm following float and they think it's cut I can't take, I'm not taking
Yeah.
it. When we swim for each other. We drive for each other. We don't drive for ourselves. I mean,
For sure.
I know exactly how each one of them drives.
I almost called that a W for some reason, but it's just not.
The cars behind are already braking and looking for openings, so we're not rear-ending each other.
Have you guys had any near misses?
Of course.
There was one time where he took a cut. Right after he took the cut, it was either I fit the cut or I'm gone. It's funny saying this, but we're not criminals. We have real life jobs. We have insurance on our cars. We pay for our cars.
Folks seeing that day at Wendy's, flipping that joint, then go out and just get the crashing out.
Do you guys' moms know about this?
She knows, and she tells me every day to stop. And I tell her, look, I'm trying. We have a brand swim team, right?
That is crazy. That's really they drug. That's literally they drug, bro. Drugs come in all types of forms, cuz.
Honestly, like, we see the community, we see the love people you guys are giving us, and we're not gonna take this and just, throw it all away. It's like one of those stories we're trying to create where the bad guy kind of wins.
What do you say to the people that are like super pissed when they see what you do? They're like, that's reckless, it's selfish, it's dangerous, people could die. What do you say to those type of people?
They right though. You can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I seem like I'm talking for it. Like you can't say nothing, bro. It seems like they on the same type time, like, and they know what they doing.
They see it as not precise. Like they're thinking like we're just out there and we're trying to crash. We're not trying to crash. If anything, I would argue that when we're on the road, we're actually paying attention to the road more than anyone else on the road.
Yeah, no, he not lying about that. Yeah.
Drinking and driving.
And you can't do this while you're texting, boy. No way. Oh, way.
I'm proud to say that.
Tell me what's going through your head in the police chase. How do you get away? What are you thinking about? Are you trying to go a few streets and take an exit? You got a hideout? Like, how do you evade police in this type of situation?
Hold on, don't give out too much sauce. You gotta bring it home.
There's people that might watch what you do and wonder how the police have not caught you yet. What is your answer?
I mean, truly, the way that we don't get caught is to stop being. I can say this because I've been, like, at least in swim, at least, I got into the most couch chasing, right? And I'm not saying it because I like that, I got the worst luck, bro, over there, honestly. I got the worst luck of it.
I wanted to know what the legal perspective was on what swim team, squeeze Benz, and all these other New York drivers were doing. What were the legal ramifications? How much jail time could they face? And why is it that they were so brazen about continually doing this? I talked to my guy Nate the lawyer to figure out more about this. He's a lawyer that runs a YouTube channel and breaks things down regularly.
This is what he had to say. Bro.
My name is Nate the lawyer. I'm a former prosecutor and a former law school professor. And what you've just seen
maybe I don't know
known as reckless driving. In the state of New York, you can serve up to a year in prison if you recklessly drive.
Hey, only a
reckless
year?
driving in New York is simple. It's if you drive in a manner that, quote, unreasonably interferes with the free and proper use of the public highways or unreasonably endangers users of the public highway. Reckless driving is prohibited. Every person violating this provision shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, meaning you can serve up to a year in jail. If someone is injured or killed during the act of reckless driving, you could find yourself facing some serious charges.
Dangerous and disturbing exclusive video of young people driving their cars recklessly just before one of the cars crashed and killed 2 people.
Now, this driver was charged with manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide. He's facing up to 10 years in prison. If you are doing something that you know is inherently dangerous and could get someone killed or hurt, and then you do it anyway, that the law finds to be reckless and criminal in some cases. Driving a car 90 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone is reckless. Someone could get hurt, someone could get killed, and if someone does, then you are on the hook for that homicide. There may be no fear of repercussions because of New York's bail reform laws. The misdemeanor of reckless driving, as you see on the screen, isn't eligible for bail. If someone commits this crime 10 times in the same day, they'll get bail every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Now, some of you may not believe how insane New York's bail reform laws are, but they are insane. Like this guy who was arrested 101 times for shoplifting and let go every time because of New York's bail reform laws. Or this guy who was arrested for 3 assaults in one day, even threw a brick through a store window. He was released every single time.
I didn't know New York was filled with crash outs. I thought it was just straight Atlanta and Chicago.
2 bodies, left body parts even threw a brick through a store window. He was released every single time on bail reform. Or the story of these 4 people who chopped up 2 bodies, left body parts all around the state of New York, and then when the cops went to their home, they found blood, body parts, guts, everything in their home. Guess what the judge did? He released them without...
Dude, no. Remind me to never, ever take a trip to New York, gang.
Oh, damn. When you put everything together, I think these guys are doing it because they don't really have any fear that they're going to kill anybody. And if they get
what
caught
type of laws is in New York,
they'll get
bro?
arrested and charged, but they'll probably be let out the same day on bail reform. Then we can go out and do it again. If you need legal advice, if you're looking to this YouTube video to help you in your case, you're looking at the wrong place. With that being said, I'm Nate the Lawyer, and I'm out. Peace.
After hearing what Nate the lawyer said, hearing that there's no consequences really for what these guys are doing, it makes sense why they're doing it. Back to the swim team. How often do you guys get nervous doing this?
So when I started, I used to get super nervous, especially when I used to run. And the reason I started running is not because I don't like cops. It's simply because it got to a point.
Well, you're not trying to pull over, bruh.
Because I was getting singled out for no reason. The speed limit is 50, right? So I would go to Bell Park rate, and I'm going 70, 75. I'm doing this.
How you gonna say no reason? Wait, 50, 70? That's not. he bad, but still though.
However, when the state trooper sees everyone else and me, they single me out because I'm in a white Porsche. So then they think I can afford the ticket. But
oh nah.
In the beginning I could, but then that stacking up. And if they're gonna say, oh, you're just don't speed, I wasn't speeding. I was just keeping up with the flow of traffic, right? And then I just started running one day because I just couldn't afford the tickets anymore. And then it just started from there. I was super nervous at first. You gotta count lawyer fees too. After the first time, I only got nervous.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't never thought about running, bro. Specifically, cause I'm just not trying to get shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't got a Porsche to run in. That too.
Do you guys had to get away from helicopters before?
I never had to. Thanks God, honestly, but I feel like I don't do that situation. Oh yeah, I know what to do.
Has the news reached out to any of you guys?
Oh yeah, of course. Bro, I ain't going front. This is crazy. I'm like 87. I'm like 87 news at all. Because they reached out to me about my content and they still posted after I said no. And I'm like,
they did not care.
So news reporters have reached out to you guys. They DM you, they email you. Okay, so Ali Bauman from CBS New York.
What you said? Hi. Oh, these are the news spots.
Okay, so Ali Bauman from CBS New York.
He slid in your DM. Hi, I'm reporting CBS. May we have a permission to snap videos and credit you?
Yes, he did me twice. I was like, no.
Oh, nah, she just DM'd all of them.
What made you say no to her and yes to me?
Honestly, bro, you're not a cop. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not associated with the law. You don't have an ulterior motive. I genuinely feel like you're not going to try to paint a bad picture with it. And we've seen the videos, we've seen the work you do, and the type of, honestly, you interview people that do worse stuff than us. Yeah,
Facts.
So like,
Facts.
Come on now, if you were keeping them safe, there's no reason why you wouldn't keep us safe, bro.
To me, it feels really fun to have no journalistic background to be beating them at their own game.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, when you're an authentic person, you go far in life.
I feel like people in our generation
they
just
trying
don't
to give
trust
life
news.
advice
They've
now,
lied
bro.
so many times that their credit's gone with us.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, bro, I've been getting more accurate TikTok.
Pull over, take the tracker out the whip. Range Rover Sport, I'm on the Jackie doing tricks.
Who made this?
Got the paddles in the ship.
Jimmy?
Let's meet the swim team and let's hear their specialties.
Float,
Jimmy and
swim
Cindy.
team.
Oh,
You already know.
What's your specialty?
My specialty is floating. All I do is float. That's my name.
Hall
That's
of
what I do.
Fame.
It's everything.
Do you feel like you have to look over your shoulder doing this kind of stuff?
I always look over my shoulder. I'm always not in one. I would say I'm kind of camera shy, but like my specialty is like I do a little bit of everything. But when it comes to like the the corporate side of things, the brand and stuff, like I'm basically like the brains behind that whole.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're trying to turn this into a video game?
I mean,
All-around player.
It's
All
a game,
around
so it's called a Settle Corsa. So basically, we host servers, and you just gotta take the link, hop on the server, and if any one of us happens to play on the server, you get to drive with Swim risk-free.
Whereas 981 and his team are well aware that a lot of his fans are young males that might try and replicate what they do, and knowing that that is incredibly dangerous, his team has done something so you can join them in the safety of your home. They built this online server so you can drive,
smart with this
drift,
Can't
whatever
cap.
you want. All you need is a computer.
This
internet
fire.
connection,
This
and
is
it's
definitely a
recommended
great
you
alt.
steering
But
wheel.
why don't they
Details
just do
to join
this?
The server are in my description. Do you think you're wanted by law enforcement?
They definitely know about us. I mean, me specifically, I have no clue. If I am wanted, I'm sorry. I don't hate NYPD, I just don't want the ticket.
What do you go by?
Brick 250 or Brick 50, either one is fine.
What's your specialty?
Well, right now, I think the fans would probably say my specialty is probably police chases, cop chases, and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I think drifting though.
How many police chases do you think you've been in?
Honestly, bro, I lost count probably because I posted at least 30, I think. So I think I have.
You have at least 30 police chases on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Why is this worth potentially going to prison?
No matter how you look at it, it's not worth it at all. Me being how I am as a person, bro, it's fun, bro.
Who are you?
I'm Reaper.
What's your specialty?
He said Slim?
I am as a person, bro. It's fun, bro.
Who are you?
I'm Reaper.
What's
You better not have said Slim to him. I'm gonna leave you alone because this is not a 600-pound life video.
your specialty?
I'm more of a low-key swimmer. I'm not really making videos and stuff.
Oh,
but,
Swim Reaper. That made more sense. Nah.
If they wanted to get into this, what would you tell them?
I'm a hypocrite, but I wouldn't recommend this sport.
You don't recommend it?
No.
This is a question for the whole group. How often do you guys have to change vehicles?
I say if you do it right, you could probably go a year to 2 years where you have to swap the car if you're smart, but you can do some one night that makes you have a squad.
What do you go by?
You got a dog.
My name's Billy.
And what's your specialty?
You would be
Honestly,
big.
the
Only a
fans
Billy
try to
would wear a
make me
hat
less
like that.
I guess I would say.
That cartoon
but,
hat.
If you get in trouble, you can call me. I'll help you with your situation.
So what makes this worth doing?
It's not worth doing. I wouldn't recommend doing it if I were you, but I can't make your decision for you. So if you are going to do this against our best wishes, I guess, just think about other people on the road and do whatever you can to bring it home without hurting yourself, hurting anybody else, or damaging any property.
Tell me how you think about taking on risks and danger.
I think if you're ever going to take on any risks or any danger, whether it's physical risks or financial risks, I think you should write down every single one of the variables that could be a factor in the risk that you're taking, and you should figure out what's the worst case scenario that could go wrong, any other kind of scenarios that could go wrong, and you want to figure out what the best case scenario is, and if that's worth the gamble for you, for the risks that are laid out on the table. But if those risks are gamble for you, for the risks that are laid out on the table, but
no W adjustment, no Diddy though.
If those risks
W adjustment,
are
Tommy.
the
Am I lagging?
you're going for, I think you should go.
Bro, hold on, bro. No. Oh man, hold on, bro. All right, we back. Cam took about 5 minutes to charge, but we back, man. Let's finish this video off.
For it. And if at any time you get too scared, the risks are too much for the reward, you don't want to risk it for the biscuit, then stop, because you're not built for it.
If you want an extraordinary life, you have to take extraordinary measures and risks and action.
And not do this!
Your lane and know when to sit out. And this is something I'm sitting out for.
Also, the story of Icarus, when you have wax wings and you fly too close to the sun, never feel like you got it on lock 24/7.
The story of Icarus comes from Greek mythology, and it recounts the tale of Daedalus and his son Icarus, who were in prison on the island.
At the same time, it sounds crazy to say, but these is low-key like good dudes, but it's just like they just so addicted to the rush and the dopamine they get from like racing.
By King Minos. To escape, Daedalus fashioned
Or
wings
swimming,
made
I
of
should
feathers
say.
and wax for him and Icarus. Warned by his father not to fly
Michael
too close to the
Phelps
sun, Icarus disregarded this advice.
Stupid
As
ass.
he soared higher and higher, the wax melted, causing his wings to fail, and he plummeted into the sea and drowned. This story serves as a cautionary tale warning against the dangers of overconfidence and recklessness. And this story, I think, is very relevant to Mr. Squeeze Benz.
My son Stolen couldn't make it, but he wanted to say what's up to y'all, feel me?
Anything you gotta say for the camera, brother?
Shout out my son Jolly too, he couldn't make it. Yeah, so you asked us these questions. What do you think?
Oh, they got
So here's the thing. I think danger is good in somebody's life, but when you endanger someone else while you're having your own fun, that's where I'm iffy about it. Yeah. I admire the courage, I admire the bravery, but when other people's lives are at risk, to me it's like it's a hard battle. You know what I mean? Like, if I lost a friend because someone was just having fun on the road, I'd want to kill that guy.
Yeah.
I also, as a young man who does dangerous things too, get it. But I highly advise you, don't try it out.
And the Beamer is so. They really is super villains low key though. Not even like it's like a super villain slash. It's like a super hero, but he got like a good ass lore.
And in a few minutes, an NYPD helicopter arrived on the scene. This is what happened next.
Superhero turned super villain. That's better. That's a better way to phrase it.
Hello, folks. I'm Tommy G. Here with the most wanted drivers in New York, looking at peeling out. Folks, I wasn't lying when I said these guys are wanted. Well, folks, I think it's time we get out of here. Stay safe. Realize that the choices you make can impact other people. There's dangerous things you can do that just impact yourself. When it impacts scared civilians, we should probably get out of here. Let's go.
Go ahead,
I'm conflicted with this video, folks, because a lot of young people are going to think this is cool, and their brain is not developed enough to realize the risk.
It look cool, but obviously it ain't cool to do.
Choose your battles.
Type B.
And like while it is exciting, statistically, eventually, someone is going to crash, someone's going to die, someone's going to get paralyzed, and the game that sounded so fun is not so fun anymore.
How guns make it to the hood looking for connection. What? Hey man, W Tommy G, bro. Y'all want to react to more Tommy, bro? Cause he got a lot of bangers on the channel that I have not checked out. Y'all want if y'all want more Tommy, bro, just let me know in the comment section below, bro. We can peep some more of what he got going, so I'm saying. But that is the end of the video. Hope y'all enjoyed this vid. And it's your boy KingZayyy signing out, man. See y'all next one. Peace.